Welcome to Change Your Focus, a mindfulness podcast designed to inspire and center you. I am Dr. Sayiba Aiko, your host and transformational life coach, life integration specialist, and mindfulness practitioner. As a sickle cell warrior, my journey to educate myself on natural and holistic health practices was inspired by my personal health challenges. My career path eventually led me to becoming a certified life coach, supporting individuals as they discover their purpose, transcend health challenges, and live authentic lives. Join me every week as I guide you through a 10-minute breathing meditation and insight session that will leave you feeling relaxed, refreshed, and de-stressed. Greetings and welcome to episode 7 of Change Your Focus, a mindfulness podcast designed to inspire and center you. I am Dr. Sayiba Aiko, your host and transformational life coach, life integration specialist, and mindfulness practitioner, here to help you transform your life one mindful decision at a time. I am also here reminding you to be mindful of the products you put on and in your body, as well as the products you use around your home. Today's episode is about baggage.
To maximize the full effects of this mindfulness practice, using stereo headphones in a safe and quiet location is highly recommended.
Now I invite you to contemplate this quote by Lena Horne, triple threat and civil rights activist. It's not the load that breaks you down. It's the way you carry it. When I contemplate this quote, I think about my life experiences that hurt and caused me pain. Initially, I kept all those things in, hoarding my emotions of sadness and how it caused loneliness and depression to take root in my life. I became bitter towards certain people and began to think, speak, and act with spite towards certain people. All the while, that negative energy I stored up was eating away at my own health. I had so many dis-eases in my body. As I mentioned before, right? I had pulmonary hypertension, asthma, allergies invaded my body. I isolated myself and nestled up with my victim mindset, blaming others for my heavy load of hurt and pain. It literally broke me down. It took a wake-up call before I could recognize my part in creating the reality that existed between me and others. I had a terrible car accident that left me with a swollen head and a 20% crush in my 11th vertebrae. As I began to heal and recover, I slowly began to think about all these things and forgive the events and truly move on. Eventually, I forgave myself. While I may remember the past hurtful events, they no longer have a hold on me. I forgive those and I forgave them. Those who had hurt me, right? Who had hurt me deeply. My heart was no longer filled with bitterness and resentment, and it no longer weighed me down. And so all those spiteful thoughts slowly released one after the other. And the words and the actions dissipated, all those spiteful things, right? They literally dissipated. I let go of the hurt. And I became a better person, knowing that everything in this life is actually happening for me instead of to me. I began to see all of those incidences and the lessons that universe was trying to teach me. And I know that I am not a victim. I stopped waiting for apologies and I got over things. And guess what? Some of those apologies eventually came. And it wasn't until I had already moved on with love and compassion in my heart. So I no longer even needed or required those apologies anymore. And that felt great. So as you're contemplating Lena Horne's quote and reflecting on the load you might be carrying and how you are carrying it, let's prepare for today's breath work. I invite you to sit on the floor, cross-legged, or in a chair with your feet flat on the floor to ground yourself. Your spine will be straight and your neck an extension of your spine. Once you are comfortable in this position, close your eyes. Now for today's breathing practice, I invite you to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 at the top, and exhale for 8. No worries, I will keep count. Let's begin. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. One last time. Inhale, hold, exhale. Now take a deep inhale and hold at the top. Hold as long as you can. And when you're ready, slowly release and hold at the bottom for as long as you can. Keep holding if you can. And when you release the breath, simply notice the energy in your body. What does it feel like? Simply notice. And with your eyes remaining closed, I invite you to feel the ground beneath you. Continuing to breathe slowly and deeply at your own pace, I invite you to identify something holding you down, some weight you were carrying, whether it's from a recent event or an event from years ago. What is the thing that you may be stuck holding on to in your mind, in your heart, an event where you feel wronged, attacked? Simply bring that up and notice, become aware, how are you carrying that thing? Have you forgiven yourself? Have you forgiven the event? Are you angry at the persons or the people involved? Are you resentful or bitter? How do you respond to the people or the person involved? Does it cause you to feel heavy in your heart? How are you in the presence of that person or people? Are you spiteful? Simply notice. Think about the event or events and notice how you are. How does it feel? How are you carrying the thing? Are you holding on to any heavy load, recent or past? And I invite you to place your right hand over your heart and take a really deep breath. And ask yourself, what do you need from me to shift this load so it's bearable, easier to carry? and listen. Listen to the medicine that comes up. And I invite you to ask yourself another question. What do you need from me to release this load altogether? And listen. Notice what comes up. Recognize that you have the power. You can make things lighter on and for yourself. You hold this power. Refuse to relinquish it by choosing to hold on to that which is lowering your vibration and causing you dis-ease. How much is your peace worth? How much is your health worth? Take a deep breath. This isn't about being right or insisting that you need anything from anyone else to be lighter or more free. You can choose to forgive. You can choose to let go. You can choose to move on. You hold the keys to shift the weight that you're carrying. You're in control of your freedom, your happiness, your joy, and liberation from suffering. Release whatever weight may be breaking you down, that may be difficult to carry around, that could be causing you to show up bitter or spiteful. I invite you to release that and breathe deep. Choose peace in your heart. Sometimes that looks like exercising more self-compassion, knowing that you are human. And as we all may feel wronged by others, we choose to exercise self-compassion and compassion for others. Forgiving, letting go, whether we receive an apology or not. How we are carrying these things around affect us. Are you ready to be lighter, freer? Forgiveness has nothing to do with anyone else and everything to do with your own heart. You can choose right now. Stop weighing your heart down because of others. Ask yourself, how can I carry my past in an uplifting way instead of a way that breaks me down? And listen. I invite you to take the deepest breath you've taken all day. And taking in all this wisdom and medicine from yourself that you've received. Sending gratitude to your highest and most divine self. Take another deep breath. And when you are ready, I invite you to slowly come back into your space. Maybe wiggling your fingers, your toes, stretching, whatever feels good for you, and opening your eyes when you are ready. Now, to complete our mindfulness session today, please affirm by repeating after me. I release the emotional weight from all past hurt in my life. Good. Let's say that again. I release the emotional weight from all the past hurt in my life. Great. One last time. I release the emotional weight from all past hurt in my life. Excellent. I invite you to be mindful, breathe deep often, and contemplate ways you can release heavy loads instead of harboring hurt in your heart. Remember, mindfulness is always available to you every minute of every day. May you use each minute to be mindful. I am Dr. Sayiba Aiko, your transformational life coach, life integration specialist, and mindfulness practitioner, here to help you transform your life one mindful decision at a time. I am also here reminding you to be mindful of the products you put on and in your body, as well as the products you use around your home. If you found this podcast through social media, please share which platform in the comments below. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe on all social media platforms to follow my journey, and join my exclusive community on Patreon at Integr8 Lyfe. Thank you for tuning in, listening, engaging, and being mindful with me today. Namaste. Be sure to tune in next week for episode 8. It's all about empowering people through unconditional love. If you found any of this information helpful, useful, you'd like to explore more mindfulness practices, or you're growing through something in your life and you'd like support, click the link below to book a one-on-one discovery call with me so we can see how I can best support you.